What is up, Niner gang? I see the comments are popping already. I want everybody to come on and give my boy a warm welcome, man. It's an honor to have this guy on the show. He's pretty cool, man. I think we're gonna have a great show, man. I love this guy's takes, and I watch his show. If you guys haven't checked him out already, Niner Gang Podcast. Dion Johnson is his name, and we don't always agree on everything. I don't always agree with him, but I think that's going to make for a good show, man. So we'll see if we can make this a regular thing if the people really love it, man. But Dion, thanks for being here. And how are you feeling, man? The state of the 49ers right now, I know we're on the NFC Championship, so that has to feel good. But what are your overall feelings as of right now?
I mean, I feel fantastic, bro. I really do. We've had a great season. We've done more than enough with us just having to go down to our third string quarterback. The Disney story is written for this kid already. You know what I mean? If this kid makes the Super Bowl, automatic, man, he's going to get himself a nice little check, and hopefully whoever is around him helps him to understand how that money is working and what to do with it, and all that good stuff. But I feel good, man. I don't have any problems or complaints. I think we have a great game ahead of us on Sunday. Like, this is going to be fantastic. Like, and Eagles fans, calm down. Bro, they are out there just talking like we ain't shit.
Wilding out.
Nothing. Like, we don't even exist. Did you see how many sacks our line had? Yeah, bro. And Jesse broke that down. Shout out to Last Second Sports and Jesse over there.
Yes,
does fantastic work. He broke it down, bro. Y'all had them joints in bunches. So it was like a span of 3 or 4 games or something like that he had on Twitter that he was showing. That shows you that there wasn't a ton of, like, this wasn't just all through the season you sacking the quarterback. There were moments.
Terrible teams, man. Yeah, shout out to J-Nay, man. He pops in here. He's probably watching right now, creeping.
Oh, bro, he good people, man. He's good people. He is. Yeah, cool. Yeah. You catch him on Wednesday nights. I believe he does like a call-in show, man. And he shows specific love. Like, if you let him know you doing your thing on the podcast tip, he makes sure to put you out to his people, man. He's really good dude. Really, really.
Yeah, he actually came on here probably about a month ago. Me and him did a show here. But you're right, man. Brock Purdy, the story's already been written for Disney. I feel like he's gonna come out on his magic carpet, like on Aladdin, singing a whole new world and stuff like that.
Right.
Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Thanks you guys for being here. Brian Culp, the MVP as always, as well as Raphael, always in here. Probably the first one typically. Brian beat him to it. David McNiner, what's up, man? Bebop Jones, got everybody in the house right now. And please, everybody like and subscribe. Got my boy John Cerna in the house. What's up, bro? Hope you're doing good today. Yeah, man, everybody like and subscribe. We're definitely going to plug Dion's channel, but go check his channel out as well. It's Niner Gang Podcast, as it is on the screen, guys. I really appreciate him being on today. I really do respect his takes, even though, like I said, we don't always agree, but I have respect for his opinion. And I think we're pretty we have like strong opinions as well. So I really like that about Dion. Real quick, the 49ers had their injury report this week. We all know what happened with Charles Omenihu. He was on the injury report. I don't want to get too much into that. If you want to, I'll let you can go off. But, the whole domestic violence situation that he has going on, it's up in the air whether he's going to play this week. As of right now, it looks like he is. He's practicing and all that. I do think he should play, innocent until proven guilty. I could go into that whole spiel. But he was on the he had an oblique strain, so he was day to day for this week, but he has been practicing. Mitchell as well was day to day with the groin. That's worrisome. And then CMC with the calf contusion, which is basically just a bruise. So CMC as well was day to day. A surprise one was Deebo Samuel showed up out of nowhere on the injury report. He was asked about it. He said he don't know what the hell's going on. He don't know what they're talking about because he's out there at practice doing his thing, man. So that was really weird. I think CMC as usual is going to show up, man. But this whole thing with Elijah Mitchell, and I don't want to rag on him, man, but it's been very interesting. Like, it's ironic that a lot of people were kind of bashing the trade for CMC because of the health thing. You know, people were scared about his health.
Yeah.
How ironic is it that Mitchell cannot stay healthy? I know like his style and his size does not make for a great health consistency, but CMC has been healthy, even though he's been banged up. He's been for the most part healthy and available every week, man. So that's been great. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, as far as CMC goes, he's been battling that calf and contusion for a minute. It looks like since he got here, he's been able to manage his injuries better. What's going on, Kelsey? Yee! My dog out there.
It was
man.
covering your mouth, so I don't.
Oh, I don't matter, bro. It ain't nothing. As long as they can hear me, man, it don't make a difference. But
bleeping you out,
right? But, nah, man. With CMC, he's been able to manage the injuries since he's been here. I believe they've been allowing him to kind of do what he needs to do. And the cool thing is nice because he's necessarily understanding. You know, he knows his own body better than anyone else. So him managing his own injuries to an extent, along with the training staff, I have no issue with. He's definitely going to play. That's not going to stop him. But on the subject of Elijah Mitchell, man, I mean, hey, just call his knees Mr. Glass. The dude just – it's so unfortunate, man, because you love it. You love him. And when he's on the field, man, he's very dynamic. You love what he brings. I mean, hell, even when he went down the previous year, the man still almost had 1,000 yards and hadn't even played a full 16-game season. So, you know, you love what he gives you when he's on the field, but it hurts because he's never on the damn field to provide it. If by some stretch of the imagination he's not available, I could care less because we still have Jordan Mason. So, like, for me, it's just the health of the running backs is all about making sure you're rotating them properly and not overusing someone. I hope that Kyle doesn't get, CMC happy and do too much, but we'll see what happens. I think Elijah should be okay. He wasn't on the injury report, but I know they monitor a lot with him. They treat him like they treat Kinlaw. It's like, we got to manage you properly because we need you for these games. And then after the games, we basically got to put you in bubble wrap and pray to God nothing happens.
Yeah, man. Straight up, man. I hope JP Mason gets mixed in there a little early. It seems like they kind of went away from it this last game against the Cowboys, but it's always like CMC's the opener, Elijah Mitchell's the closer. If Elijah Mitchell's available, if he's not, then it's JP Mason's the closer for the entire second half. I'm not a big fan of that approach. I think the whole momentum of the running back room in 2019 and the way the running backs carried the 49ers through the playoffs that year was a rotation was a key component to that, man.
Yeah, it's by committee. He's always been like that since he got here. If you think about it, when he first got here, what did we have? We had Matt Breida and a bunch of other, like, everything is by committee with Kyle Shanahan. The one thing that I say about Shanahan is not any quarterback can work in his system. Any running back will thrive because of the way that the blocks are set up for you and the runs and everything like that. If you're a good stretch zone guy, you'll love Kyle Shanahan's system. If you're a run between the tackles guy, you'll still be able to do that. But he asks a lot of all of his players. Kyle loves versatility. So we can only hope and pray that this dude, is fully healthy, continues to get it. I would love to see more rotation a lot sooner rather than later. Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that one. It's just sad because you see him and it's like, I get if the hot hand is hot, you do it, but there are times where CMC is not moving the ball as well as we would like him to. Yeah. And it's not to say that he can't. It's just to say, hey, let's spell him a little bit. A lot of people will agree. We don't want CMC running between the tackles. We want him on stretch zone plays.
Yes, sir.
We would love to get him on a counter play or anything like that. And when you got to go up the gut, that's what Mason and Mitchell are for. Yep. They're bangers. They like the contact. I mean, Jordan Mason runs so damn hard. Look, he's trying to run through a brick wall every time he get the ball.
Yeah, straight up. Not only that, man, I think it bodes well for Elijah Mitchell's game that they use him up the middle so much that, like, in this last game, he has that big play almost to close out the game around the edge. He ends up running out of bounds on accident, but there's only so much you could do about that. But I think that broke off for a reason, because they're so used to him going up the middle that broke off to the edge. Not only that, the week before that, the 49ers used him in the halfback screen game. That goes for like 25 yards, almost a touchdown. So I think, doing things like that, little things, getting Elijah Mitchell in space as well, using him what's the word for it? Versatility, dynamically, like, in various ways. I guess that's a better way to say it. Yeah, I think that would bode better for his health as well. What's up, Celts? Get to put you on the screen now real quick. Yeah, guys, if you guys have any specific comments or questions for me and Dion, please put 4 flame emojis in your comments /question. The caretaker says, only argument I have is that if you don't run CMC up the middle, they will keep in on the edge and not respect the play action. Exactly. That's the thing. We got to mix it up with all the running backs. So that's basically what I'm saying. Don't use Elijah Mitchell one-dimensionally. I understand with CMC, they have to have that balance to keep a defense honest. We come off this Cowboys game. 49ers fans, we feel really good just about defeating the Cowboys. Not only that, to send their ass home, that was really awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
D'Amico Ryans, he shined with all those interviews he had this week, and he still schemed up a really great game plan, man. Do you have any thoughts on that? And anything
Cowboys game, man, it was. I'll say this. I've said this before. I'll say it again, and I'll continue to stick to my script. To your Cowboys defense, hats off. You got played. I didn't expect that. To your offense. You guys suck. Where were you at? You were nowhere to be found. Tony Pollard. See,
you're trash.
Here's the number one thing. It's a little thing called karma. Karma sucks, man. It really does. So you know what happened? They started wishing injury on our players. Yeah. And you know what happened? Their players started dropping like flies. And the main guy you needed to run the ball, Tony Pollard, is no longer here. Yeah. Now you have to rely on Zeke Elliott. And we all saw how that went. I mean,
you're talking about that cheerleader from the longest yard?
Bro, I'm sorry, man. This dude, I've never in my life seen somebody get bull rushed and bullied so horribly. Yeah. Like, I still am having a hard time figuring out what was that about? You have your running back as your center. You have your offensive linemen split out to the right and to the left. What are we doing? Like, this isn't even fun. Bro, you would have done better just throwing a fucking Hail Mary and praying to God it worked out. Honestly.
That's that that hoping on a prayer type stuff that they would try to do last year as well. And they're just not good at it, man. So that's why you got to execute the rest of the game so you're not in that situation.
Hey, man, I laugh at people like that. And for me personally, like I said, the game went the way that I thought it would as far as us winning. Defense showed up, played a lot better than I anticipated. We got a lot to clean up on offense, though, because the issue is we can't, not score against the Eagles. Yeah. If we get 2 picks on Jalen Hurts, that needs to be touchdowns, not field goals. And the only thing that I didn't like was there was a couple times where I saw good old conservative Kyle show up. Right before the half, he's like, well, I don't want to give them the ball back with any time. Have they been doing anything all game to scare you into that? Hasn't our defense been playing stellar? So somebody explain to me why it is that you felt the need to go ahead and just not allow our defense to get out there and take the ball back if we needed to. Like, it kills me because it reminded me of the Super Bowl. They cut to John Lynch doing this
in the press box. Yep.
And Kyle had the nerve to get up there on that podium and say, oh, we were comfortable with the lead we had. Really? You were comfortable against Patrick Mahomes. You were up by 10 and you were comfortable?
I don't think so, buddy.
2019, all he did was come back. in every damn playoff game he played.
Yeah.
Why would you get comfortable against someone like that? Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
And I see your comment. You know, Brian, I don't trust nobody in the organization. I barely trust the players. I'm sorry. I'm that guy. No one is above reproach. I don't. Because here's the issue. Hypothetically speaking, we get eliminated. You know what's going to be the first question for him? Who's your quarterback next year? You know what he's going to do? You know, man, I don't know. I could lose my pinky toe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Like he doesn't say anything. And you know, a lot of people give him credit. And they go, well, you know, Kyle's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. Ain't nothing chess about not knowing who your starting quarterback is. That doesn't help anything. If there's one position that you must solidify, it is the starting quarterback position. And you would love to have that figured out before you go into the season. Now, if you're a guy that just likes to let the locker room know and you could care less because you like to have fun with the media, by all means, do your thing. But I, as a fan, would love to know who you decided on as my starting quarterback. It would help me a lot and feel more comfortable. I'm not mad whether you start Brock Purdy or Trey Lance. I haven't given up on Trey Lance. I still believe in him. But Kyle, he ain't going to tell you the truth. So there are many reasons, Bryant, why I don't trust Kyle. Because he lies all the goddamn time. Or he omits.
He does.
So he can't omit anymore. And it annoys me to no end. Like, I feel like if I walked up and was like, Kyle, what's 2 + 2? Well, it depends on how you look at it. No, there is no looking at it. 2 + 2 is 4. There's no other way to figure that out. It's 4. What do you mean it depends on how you look at it? What are we doing here? Like, he speaks in riddles, you know, and I don't understand why. Just be honest.
Yeah, it's not just what he says, or I think a lot of it's what he doesn't say. He withholds a lot of information and tries to use it as a quote unquote competitive edge. We saw it, like you're talking about, the quarterback situation when Trey Lance first got drafted. Who's the quarterback? And then Jimmy Garoppolo's in the press conferences, you know, acting all cute about it, like, oh yeah, we know who the quarterback is. You know, me and Kyle Shanahan talked about it before, you know, whatever. It's like little subtle things. They can't just come out and say it.
Yeah, Brad, I know he does. I know he's antisocial, and I know that Kyle doesn't care about fans' opinions. Here's the thing: I don't care about his, and I don't care that people feel like they need to. You know, Kyle's a grown ass man. He don't need to be defended. At the end of the day, as a fan, I'd really appreciate it if you told me who the hell my damn quarterback was. It's a real simple request. It's something that any and every other damn team knows. I guarantee you, if you go over to Detroit and you say, hey, Mr. Campbell, who's your starting quarterback? Jared Goff. Without question, no hesitation. He's not looking and going, well, you know, it's a competition. And, you know, I don't know if the sun's going to come out tomorrow. It might be just dark all day. Huh? Do you think it's going to be overcast? Like, I get that he doesn't care, but it still does not. It doesn't bode well for me. I don't like it, you know. Yeah. And once again, you know, like Brian is giving him the credit. He's saying, you know, when you play cards, you don't show your hand. It's not showing your hand to tell people who your starter is at quarterback. Like, this is not my issue with this. And we'll move on because I know you got other subjects you want to talk about. This is not a chess move to hold out on who your starting quarterback is. It's not. It truthfully isn't. That doesn't help anything. You don't win by doing that. Like, my thing is, for me, I'm one of those people, I like things to be straightforward. I am a Sith Lord. I speak in absolutes at times, most of the time. And if y'all didn't catch the Star Wars reference, you're sleeping.
Sith Lord.
Sith, only Sith speak in absolutes. I will do what I must. That's just how it works, man. It's not a big deal to you. It is to me. That's just my opinion. I respect yours. But I personally, like, I'll give you a quick example. What was with all that rotation of the offensive line? Why? Why did we rotate that offensive line consistently when it was Trey's years to start? We played musical chairs with the line all offseason.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't do that. because that line has not gelled. If you want to build continuity, you don't do it during this fucking season. You do it in training camp. You know why? Because if I'm
Cohesion.
Trent Williams and I'm Aaron Banks, I need to know what he's going to do. You know why? Because he's right next to me. So on and so forth. So there's certain things that just, for me personally, Brian, don't add up. And I will always go against Kyle when he does stuff like that because it's not making sense. And the issue is I looked at other programs. No one else was playing musical chairs with their fucking line. No one else sat up there and was like, oh, I don't know. If my foot's going to fall off tomorrow or if I'm going to wear a hat today. Like, I get it. He doesn't like the media. No one likes fucking media. The media are assholes. But in a nutshell, it's hard to deal with when you can't even be straightforward about something that you truthfully should be solidified on. You must be solidified on that. Any other team will tell you they would love to know. They would love to tell you who their starting quarterback is. You go to Cleveland, I don't care what the hell that man did. They'll tell you who's starting quarterback. Sean Watson. You go to the Eagles, they don't look at you and go, well, Gardner Minshew, even though we lost, he had a couple of good games.
He's not too shabby.
He's not doing that. He's looking and going, Gardner's in now. Jalen Ass is our starter. That's that. That's what I mean. If he could say simple things, I'm not saying come out and tell the whole game plan for the game. I'm saying, this is easy. It's a layup. It's basically like me. It's like me cherry picking and throwing the ball to Kyle, but he waits for the whole defense to get down there before he makes the easiest layup of his life. Got to be smart.
It was hard, man. It's hard not to know what Trey Lance could have really done in this offense if he was given the full reins. His deep passes, just all the versatility, the dynamic aspects he brings to the game as well. He has different strengths than Brock Purdy and vice versa, man. So who knows, man? If
Purdy's hella intelligent and he's very poised. I've never seen a kid be that poised so young. You know what I mean? But this is one thing I can say. This is the reason why I like Trey Lance and I like Brock Purdy. They both hold themselves accountable.
Yes, sir.
There's somebody that we have that's currently sitting on the injury list that doesn't know how to do that.
Yes, sir.
And he's do it maybe about 2 or 3 times in his whole career here with us.
And he better be out the damn door after this.
Oh, he will. Yeah, I tell you this. Anybody out there watching that thinks that Jimmy Garoppolo will be anywhere near this team next year, I'm sorry to tell you, you are a fool. And I know that may sound offensive, but I mean it in every sense of the way. That man is about to go somewhere and get paid. You really think he want to come and hang out here and be the third stringer when he could go elsewhere and be a starter and dupe somebody into giving him an absorbent amount of money based off of what he's done here? I wouldn't stay. I love the Niners, but I can tell you right now, I have no aspirations of being a third stringer getting paid crap money when I know I can go and get me at least about $30 million a year and snatch probably $100 million guaranteed. What? For the sake of myself, my family, and our needs, I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. And it's only smart. I'm not knocking the dude for it. Go get your money, Jimmy. Get your goddamn bread, bro.
If he can, if somebody's willing to give it up.
Steve-O, let me tell you this. It ain't going to be no 20 or 22. Jimmy going to get at a minimum $30 million. At a minimum. If his agent gets him anything less than 30 a year, he needs to rethink his life. You got too many teams out there that need a quarterback, bro. It's so easy to dupe someone in anything. And think about it like this. Though Jimmy may not have won a lot of those games that he played in, he may have been along for the ride. Doesn't matter. You were there. You're credited. You're a quarterback. When they look at wins and losses on your record, they don't truthfully look and dig deep into the stats. They just say, Jimmy's a winner. Give him some money. And all his agent has to do is go, cool. So how much we talking, baby? I get my 10% out of this, so I need to make sure he get broke off because I want to get broke off too. But it is what it is.
Yeah, he has two elements to his game, man. He could be the biggest schmeathead in the world, or he the biggest winner in the world, man. So there's something to be
Nice.
said for that. How much our team's going to be willing to give up. I'm going to get through some of the comments. I'm falling
Yeah.
behind on that. But real quick, I know we touched on the O line on the training
Mhm.
camp stuff. I think it was fair this offseason because it was different, man. We had guys leaving. It was basically a whole new offensive line outside of McGlinchey and
Mhm.
Trent Williams. So McGlinchey's coming back from injury in training camp, right? He doesn't come back till the very end of training camp, and then Brendel, all the guys like Jordan Mills was new here, but he was looking really good on one-on-ones. I guess he just wasn't getting it schematically when it came to the right tackle position, but he was getting rave reviews. He was taking guys on like Bosa in
Mhm.
training camp, man. So for whatever reason, it just didn't click in unison with the rest of the unit of the O-line. And I think they had to test things out before the season started for stuff like that. But I understand where you're coming from too, as well. I think it was just tricky with how many guys left and, our center retires and stuff like that.
Oh, this. So, what's up, caretaker? Caretaker's telling me. He says to play devil's advocate, he did take a pay cut to stay this year. Caretaker, that's because nobody wanted him.
Hey, it
And
could
the
happen
only reason
again,
that
man.
man took a pay cut, if he could have went anywhere else and somebody would have took his salary on, he gladly would have left. Because I can tell you right now, going from 27 million down to 16, and then basically your contract is incentive laden. But the issue is you got injured. So I don't know how many of those incentives he did or did not meet. So I don't know what kind of money he really made because it was up to 16 million. So that's the unfortunate issue.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what kind of offers he gets because he couldn't stay healthy the whole season. He was
Oh, it
having
doesn't matter.
he
Yeah,
was having
he'll
he
get
was
off.
having yeah, he was having his best season as a 49er
He
up until
actually
that injury.
was, and
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna. I
even
forget
then it
who
was
it
still
is.
lackluster, bro.
I forget who said this first, but it's somebody that watches my channel, somebody else that's content creating. But I have to, kind of use their term. Shout out Brian Greasy, bro. This
Yeah.
guy has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Like hey man, you gotta think about it, bro. Like who's working with Trey every day?
Yep.
Who's working with Brock every day? Who was working with Jimmy? Like Greasy was just making he's got some kind of magic touch, man. And I think somebody they're trying to steal him from us. I think Michigan's trying to steal him too.
Better don't. I'll whoop that ass.
There we go. We gonna
That's
sit.
all that's all I was saying
Whoop
about
ass
Rand.
gonna be on your ass.
Yeah.
That's the slogan
That's
right
all
there.
that's all I was saying about Rand Carthon too. I was like, bro, congrats, everything. It sucks to see you go, but best of luck. They received him over there like a king, so that was really cool. But you better not take anybody with you, because I'm gonna come
Man,
whoop
it's
your
so
ass.
hard, bro. Like our staff gets poached so
Oh my
much
god,
every
bro.
off season. But the one thing that tells you is that means that hey, we put together good
Greatness.
staff. And that's a good thing. That tells
Yeah.
you that hey, everybody is looking to go, I'm coming over here. Cause look, Mike McDaniel was there and look at him. Now he a head coach.
Yeah.
You send people off that are under you to be head coaches, and that's what it's about. Watching people progress. No one wants to be stagnant. No one wants to be held down for the rest of their life. Some people do like what they do, though. I mean, like take Chris Kasarik, for example. He
Yep.
said already, I don't want to be the coordinator. I
Great
love being the
example.
D-line head coach, D-line coach. That's what I like. I have no aspirations of being a defensive coordinator. I can respect that. Why? Because you openly stated, I don't want to do that. I get it. Being a head coach, some of these dudes, I've watched interviews, it's 16, 17-hour days, don't get very much sleep,
Yeah.
just racking your brain with game plans and what happened here. Then you got to stand up in front of the media and have them ask you something stupid, knowing how you feel already. God, man, it
Yeah.
is. You almost want to pull a Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I
Basically
don't
7
get
days a week too. Not just the hours, but like 7 days a week. It's just wild. Brian Culp, sorry, I've been lagging on it. Everybody for the comments. He says, let's get Corey Davis 100 subscribers. He is 2 away. Let's go Niners. Hell yeah, man. Corey Davis, look up his name on YouTube. He's a really cool bro that does his weekly pick'ems and stuff like that, post-game shows. So go sub to his channel. Oh, shit. Brian Kolb says, trust Kyle. We are back in the NFC Championship. I trust him to a certain extent. He doesn't tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I think that's the key component that's partially what we're getting to as well, man, is he just withholds a lot of information, and it's kind of irritating as a fan, but I do think it helps the content aspect of the game, man. For us at YouTube content creators, we still get to ask the questions. Not everything is known, so I think it helps us with that. But what would be nice to know, man, and I'm curious to see if, like you said, Trey Lance gets a whole offseason to work with Brian Greasy. If he can really battle it out and really put it to Brock Purdy, put a lot of pressure on him to not just get better, but like, hey, dude, I'm coming for that ass. Like,
oh yeah, man. You want that. You don't want you. My thing for Trey Lance is keep your confidence, keep your head up. You were raised by a good man. Your father was military. I'm 100% sure he told you the same thing they tell anyone else in the military. The word can't does not exist in our vocabulary. Yep. So, continue to be strong, continue to strive, continue to be forward. He's at every game. He's there. So I'm just waiting on him to get healthy so he can get on the field and shut everybody up. Because I'm tired of people, shitting on him. The guy got injured. What do you want him to do? Oh, he says, Big City Man says, what are the Eagles going to do about Fred Warner? Not a damn thing.
They can't do nothing, man.
Fred Warner. I can tell you this. So there's a kid for the Eagles does content creating. He's really a kid, like 10 or 11, something like that. This kid was on national television.
What the hell?
And bro, the first thing he said, for God's sakes, get us some linebackers. I'm like, the kid got passion right there. I can respect that. Tell him what the weak points are, man. That's what you're supposed to do. If that's what you really want to do, tell him, man, your linebackers suck, bro. We need to get better.
That's something I'm looking to exploit. As a 49er going in, you want to exploit those linebackers over there with guys like George Kittle. So I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, Aaron in the building. What's good with you, pimping? 49ers first takes.
I wanted to I'm gonna pop his comment up real quick, but something when that was asked to me earlier in the week whether the 49ers should have a quarterback spy. And I think, we brought up Fred Warner. I think if anybody's going to be a quarterback spy, and we're not going to do it every play. I think it would help to mix it in there, a mirror spy that follows Jalen Hurts around here and there every once in a while. But I think that would have to be somebody like Hufanga, Greenlaw, or Al-Shaair. Fred Warner
I agree.
Yeah. Fred Warner is too good in coverage to leave that liability out there on the field. So that's my opinion. That reminded me when he brought up Fred Warner.
Hey, they ain't nothing different. I'd say the same thing. I would love a spy. I really would, because the issue is if you keep a spy on him, he's less likely to run. And I'm pretty sure that shoulder's feeling good, but it ain't feeling great.
Yeah, so there you go.
Go out there, run if you want to, and just make sure that spy understands. Just if he slides, don't touch him.
Discipline.
Jimmy Ward, what he did, that. Come on, man. I know you hate playing the slot. I get it, but don't do that. Don't get stupid penalties to put us in precarious situations. You know what I'm saying? You're out there, you're still making money, you still, playing, you're on the field, you got PT. You don't act like, you've been relegated to the sidelines and they just gave your job away. You're there. But everybody has to be smart, man. We got to make sure we don't commit any penalties. But a spy 100%. Would be lovely. Yes.
100%. Don't leave anything on the field that you're going to regret later on, that you're going to kill yourself about once the game's over, because this is your one shot. And, I think Eminem said it. 49ers first takes. What's up, Aaron? He says, my dude's nice to see you both collaborating. Hey, bro, appreciate you. And we got a show with Aaron over there on 49ers first takes tomorrow, every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, I believe it is. always get mixed up with the time zones. It helps that
it
helps that
because
me
we're
and you
only an
are.
hour ahead of Cali, so we're good.
Yeah. The caretaker says I could see D'Amico staying for a chance at rings, not ring, but rings. He's not conceited and doesn't need to be the main guy. I can see that too, man. I've been saying that for a long time. What do you think, Dion? Because I think, there's certain guys that attack for legacy versus the paycheck. And I think just like John Lynch, D'Amico Ryans is a competitor at heart. So I think that bodes well for us.
I would say the chances of that are probably slim to none. The reason being is he's very coveted as a defensive coordinator and head coach in this offseason. Several teams have fired their head coach, and I'm pretty sure all of those teams have interviewed him. And it's not that he doesn't want to. It's what's smart for you in your career. If you're looking to be a head coach, if you're looking to advance, yes, Huff, that's my guy. Love me some Huff. Five Niner. Yeah, we need to remove the old D Ford. Probably want to find somebody else. D Ford been gone.
No. He probably has it because of the 5'5".
Yeah, the 5'5". I know. Yeah. I think 555 is Akeem Spence if he's still on the squad. I think that was the number he was wearing. But to be honest with you, I think D'Amico's gone. I don't think he stays. Somebody's going to give it. Facts. Come on, Bebop. You already know. People don't run on us. And that was the one thing that everybody was saying. So, I mean, if it's a topic that you've got, we can jump right on.
Go for it, man.
It's mobile quarterbacks. We have a big problem with them, which is why we were talking about having a spy. I don't believe D'Amico will use one. That's the unfortunate thing about it. It's just never something that he's done. Even Robert Saleh didn't do that. And it can be to their detriment, if you don't put a spy out there, because Jalen Hurts get out there and, boogie for 10 yards, gets out of bounds, or he slides and barely gets touched. Somebody breathes on him. That's an extra 15 yards. So you just want to have somebody that's keeping him honest and making sure that he stays himself in the pocket or doesn't do that. I'd love for Drake Jackson to be active this game because he's got enough speed to be able to kind of get off that edge and catch him and get there. Plus, he's good at batting down the ball. Jalen Hurts is a shorter QB. So, if you're not getting there, D-line, get your hands up. But, man, I don't see any – I don't see their run game doing much of anything because it just – we don't allow that. But pass game is where the question marks are, man. You're going to have to bracket A.J. Brown, and then, you're going to leave whoever alone with Devontae Smith. So there's a lot, but I honestly do think that we'll stop that. We will. We'll stop the run. But as far as I don't know about the receiving, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a little scared, bro. I'm a little scared.
I feel you. I do feel pretty comfortable about it. Like you said, man, I think it's kind of ironic. I think, as everybody knows, the 49ers defense is not allowed a 100-yard rusher all season, held rushers to 3.3 yards per carry all season, guys. So that's really great. But when it comes to quarterbacks, rushing quarterbacks, it's a different story. We lost to teams that all had mobile quarterbacks: the Bears, the Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Falcons. All those guys hurt us with mobile quarterbacks, man. So that's why I think, especially on 3rd and long, not every play, but you have to have a mirror quarterback spy at some point in time. Somebody that's still dropped back in coverage, but they're keeping their eyes in the backfield, mirroring that quarterback, keeping him contained. I wanted to point something out. Jalen Hurts is 20th in the league as a quarterback when it comes to being under pressure. Brock, as opposed to Brock Purdy, and not just to compare them, man, but this really bodes well for our defense. If we can kind of do what we did to Dak Prescott, where we, for the most part, contain him in the pocket and bull rush to collapse that pocket, like we did against Dak Prescott, that puts him under a lot of pressure. He's not getting sacked, but it puts him under pressure. That shit's collapsing on him. It's like the walls are closing in, guys. We did that to Dak Prescott. Jalen Hurts, 20th in the league as a quarterback. Everybody wants to say his MVP, this, and that. Well, if you make him one-dimensional, keep him in the pocket. That might, change things, especially when you play a top-tier defense where somebody like my boy John Jay from 49ers Ultimate Report, we talked about it yesterday. He brought it up that when the Eagles face top-tier defenses, they really struggle. Commanders were top 5. They're number 4 in the league when it came to defense. And I think the Eagles lost to them 26-6. So we got a shot here, guys. And then for the other side of the ball, it really bodes well for us that Purdy's 4th in the league when it comes to quarterbacks under pressure. And nice. I want to know something real quick because I don't know. I haven't asked you before, but have you seen the matchup that these two guys had in college, 2019?
I did not, but I heard it was like back and forth, and I think Purdy won, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he won the hearts of many. He didn't win the game. No, but I will tell you this, man. Purdy, as a sophomore, Jalen Hurts was already out the door. He was on his way to the NFL. Brock Purdy was a true sophomore. Deficit of 28-7. He was down 28-7, leads his team back, and he looked like the better of the two quarterbacks at that point in time. Now, they've both come their way. Jalen Hurts has developed into a way better quarterback than he was back then. So, of course, there's that. So I'm very curious to see how that matchup looks on the field, how poised they look. Because when it was back in college, Purdy, as a true sophomore, was already more poised than Jalen Hurts. He came back, led his team to a 41-42 score, and instead of the extra point, they went for a 2-point conversion. So they missed it. They slightly missed it, so that's why Brock Purdy lost. But from a 28-7 deficit, leads his team, Iowa, to 41-42 against Jalen Hurts in Oklahoma. You got any thoughts on just getting Jalen Hurts under pressure and stuff like that?
I mean, that's the whole point. The number one thing is the D-line got to get home. We got to start getting home. Because pressure can possibly create turnovers, but getting home guaranteed to create turnovers. We got to be on this dude. We got to be in his face. We got to make his life a living hell. We've got to hit him every chance we get. We've got to do everything that we can to be able to stop this guy. It's to a point where we almost literally have to take him out.
Early and often.
Early and often, man. Like, you want this dude. You probably need at least about 3-4 sacks from the line this game.
Yeah, we'll talk about. Okay, go ahead.
And we have to be smart about it. Like, our rotation is solid, but when that rotation comes, like, we can't allow him to squeeze through and get away. When we're collapsing that pocket from the outside and from up the gut, we can't leave him any lanes to run, because if he has that opportunity, he will take off.
Yeah. That's true, man. Very true. Let's talk about their outlets real quick, because I know you talked about we haven't gone into their running backs, but you talked about the receivers. That's also what scares me too, man. Our secondary has had questions asked about them in the past, and I think Jalen Hurts, he has a repertoire of very good receivers, but they are not the yak bros. I feel like our offense has difference makers that can change games, just like Kittle did in his last game against the Cowboys, making a play at the right time, changing the momentum and, clenching it. Juwan Jennings has done it. It's always somebody different. We have guys stepping up and everybody contributes, but we tend to have guys that really step up in certain games that are key to the matchups. Juwan Jennings, sometimes it'll be Deebo Samuel, sometimes more on CMC. But how do you feel about that, man? Because I know you're worried about the Eagles receivers, but how do you feel about both sides?
To be honest with you, man, like, when you try to look at things from an objective standpoint, and I'm one of those guys, I'm not a homer all the time. Like, I'm not just going to pick us just to pick us, because I think that these are the things that people want to hear. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. So if you look at it from an overall perspective, just go over the whole team. Offensive line, 50-50. It's either us or the Eagles. We do fairly well. When you talk about the quarterbacks, got to give it to the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is better than Brock Purdy. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Brock Purdy is better than Jalen Hurts. That would just be dumb of me. Receiving wise,
maybe.
Be honest with you, it's hard. It's a hard sell, man. I almost want to get out of 50-50, but I'm leaning more towards the Eagles because that's been something that has been a strength for them all year.
What is it?
You know what I'm saying? The receivers.
Oh, receivers, yeah.
Like, I love BA, I love Debo, but if I'm talking about BA and Debo versus AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, those two dudes that are on our squad do some amazing things, but those other two dudes that I just named are nothing to sleep on. Tight end, I'm not worried about Dallas Goedert. I have George Kittle. You'll never get me to say that there's another tight end better than George Kittle. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, I actually looked up his stats compared to Dalton Schultz, and Dalton Schultz has better stats than Goddard.
That's Goddard, yeah.
They're trying to compare him to Kid.
Yeah, but as far as the DBs, they've got to be on their P's and Q's. And the odd thing is, Lenore's been playing better than Mooney, and it used to be the other way around. So I'm going to need Mooney to be on top of it. We're probably going to have to bracket AJ Brown because of his speed. And to be honest with you, Devontae Smith is small. Just get physical with him. Ain't that hard. Just get physical. So that'd be it.
Yeah, I think that's why I bring it up, man, because I feel like the true receivers on the Eagles, those guys are like true receivers, right? But the 49ers, I feel like have better outlets for Brock Purdy. Of course, I think that's led to a lot of his success is you can just get them on a screen, quick slant, stuff like that. They could take that shit to the house.
Yeah.
Not to say the other guys can't, but they're not known for it for a reason. Yeah. AJ Brown, that dude is badass, man. He reminds me of like an Anquan Bolden. That dude's a physical receiver, really tough at the catch point. And even Devontae Smith at the catch point for his size, dude, he goes up there and he snatches that ball. And that's the key thing as a wide receiver, man. So Jalen Hurts can just loft those things up in the air, and that's what worries me. So hopefully we could get those guys in double coverage early and often, like we were talking about earlier with the pressures. Yeah, man. But we'll see. We'll see. Our zone coverage has been pretty good lately, especially last week. But let me see. I lost myself here.
That's all right, man. Take your time, bro. I do it all the time. Sometimes I literally have like another tab open.
Yeah.
With different things. And I'll be over there trying to like figure out where I was. So now what I've done, I got smart. I highlight where I leave off so I can figure out where the hell I am. But it doesn't always pan out that way.
I feel you. 559ers talking about the D Ford situation. We're talking about his.
Oh yeah, he's talking about Ahmad Brooks. Yeah, man.
Ford is gone. I wanted Ahmad Brooks, but he wasn't 55. So next man up. I thought Ahmad Brooks was 55. Was he 51? I don't remember. I thought he was 55.
I don't remember what he was. All I know is Ahmad Brooks was a damn good linebacker.
Hell yeah, he was. Shout out Ahmad Brooks. He didn't get enough love because he was out there against or with Bowman and Willis. He didn't get to shine as much. But,
you got those two dudes standing on the field. It's kind of hard to stand out, unless your name's Alden fucking Smith.
Yeah.
Feels so bad, man. I really hope that young man gets his life together. Seriously, just for the sake of him as a human being. But man, there's two players in the league that disappointed me, and it breaks my heart. It's Josh Gordon and Alden Smith. And you know why they disappoint me so much?
Because it was all in their hands.
Josh Gordon was exactly. Yeah. And they said Josh Gordon was the next Jerry Rice. You know how hard that is to get that kind of praise? Yeah. You don't get that. No one gets that. But then he got that praise. And all because you couldn't stop smoking some weed? Bruh, you got millions of dollars. Smoke that shit after the game is over. What the fuck? Like, come on. And Alden Smith, unfortunately, alcohol. That bottle, man.
Yeah.
It keeps getting them into trouble. And you know the crazy thing? Last year when he played with the Dallas Cowboys, he still had 5 sacks. And he was a rotational guy.
Dude's a natural baller, man.
Oh, my God. And they called him the next LT. I never, in all my years of watching football, I've never heard anyone compare it to Lawrence Taylor. Ever. I've never heard anyone give that kind of praise. And Aldon Smith had that. I mean, the man, he set a record first 3 years in the league, most sacks. It's insane. His wingspan was crazy. If he was still here, he'd be making IU look like his arms are short. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard to do.
Drake Jackson too, man. That dude has a big ass wingspan.
Man. No,
crazy,
okay. So,
crazy genetics, man.
If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it then.
All right.
So Drake Jackson's got some fairly long arms. Charles Omenahu's got some seriously long arms. Charles Omenahu, BA,
Jordan Willis.
Jordan Will. Okay, yeah. Some people. Information Man Show. What's going on? We got David Villa in the building. Team Cali. Yeah, Ruben, man. No, but see here's the issue with Ruben. Ruben didn't have the right people around him. See, what you have to understand in life is when you get to certain spots, you need certain people around.
Charles Omenahu.
Mm-hmm. If you don't have certain people around, there are things that can happen that could have been controlled, but you didn't have the right people to be able to let you know what to do. See, Ruben was in a toxic relationship with that girl, and he kept going back to it. So I was like, you know what? You want to deal with that, bro? Bye. Because you know what? Because the issue is the domestic violence in that relationship is happening both ways. That's what was happening with Reuben Foster. It wasn't a one-way deal. You know what I'm saying? And it's not good for anybody to do anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's just when it's toxic like that, you can't focus on your job. You can't go to work and normally and be like, all right, I'm about to go out here and run through somebody. No,
you're not going to feel good.
Your mindset, people don't understand a lot of things. A lot of the game is mental. And if your mindset ain't there, bro, you're never going to get it right.
Straight up, man. Straight up. Tommy Huxley says Hurts is terrible against cover 3 zone, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Our coverage has been
run.
Yeah, our coverage has been pretty damn good, and making him be a true quarterback from the pocket. So that's going to be the key to the game, I think, man. Like I said, under pressure, he's 20th in the league, and everybody's crowning him as MVP of the year of the league. So we'll just see how it goes, man. I'm curious to see which quarterback is going to look better. I know you said, and some people, would probably call me stupid for saying, let's see how it plays out on the field. I think Brock Purdy, from what I've seen, looks like the better quarterback. But Jalen Hurts, I think it really helps him out that he has that stature. He can kind of run through people better. So that really helps out his game. But when it comes to Brock Purdy, he's just more elusive on the back end, I think. So I'm just curious to see how they look in comparison on the same field at the same time in prime time. But Corey Davis says, hello, Niner Gang Wolfcast and Niner Gang Podcast. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Thursday. Hey, likewise, man. Everybody go sub to this guy. Get him past 100 subscribers and much further as well. 559er says, Big Cock Brock wants revenge.
I can't do it, bro. I cannot call another man that. I just can't do it. It's not in me. I know a lot of people love the nickname, but like somebody walked up, they saw I had my Lance jersey on. They were like, BCB. I was like, nah, man, I call him Glock Purdy, bro. Like a 9mm loaded and ready.
That too.
But I can't call him. Yeah, no, bro. It's just not in me to talk about another man's.
Not to say Purdy has it like that, but if I got a boy and he got it like that, I'm a fucking give him a pat on the back. Shit, I ain't that shit. Hey, congratulations, homeboy.
Hey, man, look, I will call him Glock Purdy. I will, it's dope that, he's looking pretty damn good, something like that.
Looking pretty good.
He's I can't do it, bro. It's just
yeah.
No, hey.
Purdy's
Tony, hey, Tony Montana, yeah, Breezy's like that. Yeah, he's like, nah, I ain't calling another man big nothing. Like, nah. I mean,
oh shit.
Yeah, Corey is at a hundo because I think I was number 99 and Caretaker just got him to a hundo. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. Thanks to you guys. And David Villa says, "What up, faithfuls and Wolf and Dion? Let's go get this win. Woo! Niners the best. Hey, appreciate you, David Villa, as always, man.
Appreciate it.
The Caretaker says, I sat next to Drake's dad at the Chargers game. Hey,
okay. That's
Chargers.
Nice.
Oh shit, the regular season game.
Yeah,
I almost forgot about that we played.
Yeah, well, you got to think about it, man. I mean, it's the Chargers. At least it wasn't the lamb chops.
Yeah, man, that was a good game. That was a better game than I thought it was going to be. I thought the Niners were going to mollywop them.
Yeah, it was a hard sell, man. They played great though, man. I give them credit. You know what I'm saying? You get much more respect. Yeah, Corey's there now, man. He's at that hundo. Yeah. I just checked. I know he is.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Information man shows in here. What's up, man? Peace and respect to you as well,
sir.
I forgot where his other comment, or I didn't see his other comment.
I think that's what he was saying on the other one.
Yeah, I saw that one and then clicked on the wrong one. But again, I lost where the fuck.
Don't worry about
Jimmy
it, man.
Ward, man.
Whatever won.
49ers last year, we beat the Eagles. DeMeco Ryans had a great game plan, allegedly, is what it looked like last year for them. And we ended up beating them with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback, which a lot of us would argue is a super one-dimensional, stale offense. I think I would say, I think the score speaks for itself. Once Brock Purdy took over, the offense has taken off a lot. They've kind of skyrocketed as opposed to when Garoppolo was a quarterback. And so that's another reason I feel really good about our chances, man. If DeMeco Ryans, they got more firepower on the offense of the Eagles now, and they've gotten things together with their defense. But still, I feel really good about the defensive game plan that he's going to come in with. He had a great one for the Cowboys, and now we got a better quarterback, man. More dynamic offense. We got CMC. You got any thoughts on that?
I mean, honestly, man, the simplicity of things is we just have to go in there and play 49er football. And we can't allow ourselves to beat, we have to not beat ourselves. We got to make sure we don't lead the game up to the refs. We got to make sure we don't commit any dumb penalties. I think that's honestly all we really need to do. And if we can do that and execute the game plan properly, get the ball rolling, we'll be fine. If you run the ball and you run it effectively against the Eagles, I don't care if we beat them 28-0 and we had 10-minute drives every quarter. If all I give you is 5 minutes and my defense plays the way that they play, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just takes time, man. But I honestly don't. I see this being a really good game, probably the better of the two. Because to be honest with you, I don't want to watch a hobbled Patrick Mahomes versus Joe Burrow. I know they're saying he's going to play and everything, but it's like, I don't know, bro. Yeah. You get tackled the wrong way, man. That high ankle, you re-aggravate that joint, you're not going to be able to walk. And everybody's like, well, how did he finish the game? I'm like, it's called adrenaline, people. Ain't none of y'all ever did.
I guarantee you it hurt a lot worse after the game, the days after the game, than it did during the game.
I'll tell you this. I was in the gym working out one day, and my wrist gave out on me in the wrong way. So I dropped a bar on my chest. And I had 245. I had a 45 on each side and a 25 on each side. So all that just dropped on my chest, split second. Mm-hmm. That hurt like a bitch in the moment. Got it off of me. Yeah, like that's knocking wind out of you. Me, like a jackass, I decided to finish my workout. Whole time I was finishing my workout, I didn't
knock it off.
It hurt a little bit. It wasn't too bad. I got in the car, instant pain. The adrenaline was gone, and it hurt like hell. So anybody can finish with that, man. It's just you got the adrenaline flowing, you keep going, you don't stop, you don't think about it, because the more that you do, then worse off it gets. And the minute you stop moving and stop putting pressure on it, it's going to start to swell. Like, there's a variety of things that go on, but these teams are prepared for shit like that. But our game is going to be a fantastic game. There's not going to be anything that's going to be better than this game this weekend.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised Dan Mahomes' leg didn't snap the way it looked.
Yeah.
Jeez. 300
You'd be
pounds,
surprised how what the body can take,
straight up.
Different ways that your body can be bent and flexed and all that stuff.
Yeah, straight up. You brought something up about the defense earlier, but it reminded me about Fred Warner, his post-game speech to the locker room after the Cowboys game.
Yeah.
He kind of got everybody's mind back into the zone. It's one thing if you just go through the motions and you say the same damn thing every week. But he said, I think the key word was recommit, man. Now is the time. We got here, guys. It's been great. We're doing the damn thing, but we're going to the NFC Championship game. And if you guys want to win, if you guys want to go to that Super Bowl, you want to win that championship, you got to recommit this week, guys. So I really love that. You got any thoughts on that real quick?
I love it. You have to have a true leader in your locker room. Everyone has that guy. Some locker rooms have more than others. Me personally, I love when Fred goes in there and he does that. Makes things, a lot better because someone's in there giving you the proper inspiration.
Yeah.
And also reminding you, hey, enjoy that win. Great job. Work ain't done.
Yeah, straight up. You got to recommit, restart the engine,
restart, get back into it.
Yeah,
I mean, don't lose sight of it. Don't lose sight of it, man. Keep your eyes on the prize, baby.
Still at square
Number 6
one.
is all we thinking about. And if we get to 6, we ain't done yet. We want 7.
Yeah,
Once we get to 7, we want to get to 8, so on and so forth.
Straight up, man. And you can see and feel that hunger in Fred Warner, man. And I think that's going to be a key to this game is these guys that have been let down in the past couple of years, them really stepping up and really wanting it because them coming so close.
Oh, yeah.
You could just see and feel it, man. I think
inside it burns you up that you don't get there, man. I mean, hell, they got Kittle when we lost to Kansas City. He said, I will be back here. I will be back with a motherfucking vengeance.
Yep.
And that's the mindset that you have to have every single year. Because I've said it before, I'll say it again. Not one team in the NFL comes into the beginning of the new season and their goal is not to win the Super Bowl.
Yes,
now,
sir.
You can have realistic goals and say, hey, this team isn't where it's supposed to be. If we can just get over 500, that's a start. But you don't tell the world that. When you go up to the podium and the media is saying, hey, what are your plans? What are your goals for the year? To win the Super Bowl.
And you got to come in and believe it, man.
Yeah, I got to walk in there and feed you this. I got to sell you a dream. But at the same time, I need to help you make that dream a reality. So once I do that, then that can make my life that much easier. So I honestly just think that it's a matter of Fred being a great leader, having great comments, and being able to speak up and tell everybody what they need to do. Some people are leaders by example. Some people are more vocal. I'm a vocal kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
if I got to get in there and we out there, and I'm overly competitive, so I don't do a lot. I don't.
I'm the same way, bro.
I got buddies that play flag football, and they're like, "Yo, D, you should get out here." I'm like, first of all, I'm old, man. My body, I don't hydrate the way I should. Like, man, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I am a rah-rah type of guy. So if somebody says, hey, man, we need a speech to uplift the team, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I mean, to be honest with you, our linebacker breakdown is a thing of beauty. I love it. I literally, when I watch it on TV, I do it with them. I clap, and my wife looks at me and she's like, "But I don't fucking know.
What the hell are you doing?"
right there with
Yeah.
McCrary Ball, with Flanagan Fowles, with Aziz, with Dre, with Fred, and I would love to break down. I
Let
would
me
love to
find
break
out.
down.
Let me
Bro,
find out you got your
oh,
VR on games.
bro, man,
You got the VR goggles on. I'm there.
I'm right there. And see, that's the thing.
Bro,
Like,
I love that shit, man.
the competitive edge that you have, and then at the same time, what people don't. Sometimes what you have to understand is, well, there's a little shit talking gets you fired up.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
Like if I was Kyle, I'd be telling Bosa he sucked all playoffs. Bosa, you haven't even gotten a sack all playoffs, man. This is pathetic. I don't understand what you're doing. You're worthless, man. This is. I mean, we drafted you in the first round, number 2 overall, and this is what we're getting. Man, I'm gonna need something, bro. Because anytime he talks shit to Bosa, what does he do? He goes out and has himself a fucking game.
Yeah.
Talk shit, Kyle. Run your mouth. Call his brother and talk shit.
Yeah, he's been in question.
So his brother can talk shit to him for you. Like, why you want to rile your dudes up? I'll tell you, the number one thing that I saw, that I've seen, that gets me hype, and I've seen this since high school, is any type of haka. Any kind. I love the Polynesian culture. When they do that, bro, like that energy, bro, that you get from that, man.
Yeah.
It's insane. Somebody was going, I think somebody for Notre Dame was playing a game, bro. And he had the flower necklace on and everything like that. And his dad was right there. I think it was like his dad and like his cousin or his uncle, somebody. And they broke a haka down right in front of all those people. And everybody just stopped and looked. And I'm like, bro, I don't know how to do it, but I swear to God, if I did, I'd be doing it with like, it just brings so much positive vibe. And that's what you do. You get mentally ready to go to war. And when you step on that field, see, I'm the type of guy I'd break them down differently. I would look at them and I'd be like, they are in our way. The Eagles are in our way. We have a 6th Lombardi to get. We are a part of a storied franchise. We have some of the greatest players that have ever graced the field in the NFL, and they are in our way. We need to remove them like a cancer or a tumor. We need to destroy them. Our defense should come down and rain on them like that bomb dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We should destroy them just as if they were, if we were kings and they were peasants. We need to be looking down on them. We need to talk to them during the game. I want A.J. Brown to be afraid. I want you frustrated. Get inside their heads, man.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this. Dennis Rodman wasn't shit on the offensive side of basketball. He could rebound his ass off, though.
Yeah, Dion's got me ready to run through this wall right now. I'm about to jump
out
this window. Like I'm gonna dive through this window.
And see, for me, it would be like, I'd let Fred break him down. And it's just simple. You go in and what Fred says always makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when he's talking about the Seahawks, we hate these motherfuckers. Yes, we do. We truthfully hate them. Yes, we really do. We don't like them. I will never like the Seahawks fan base because of how they cheered when Navarro got hurt.
Yeah.
So for me, it's always going to be fuck the 12s. Always. I only have 2 Seahawks fans that I have to tolerate. That's my niece's fiance and, my biological pops. I don't know how he became a damn Seahawks fan. He loved basketball, but I told him, I was like, of all teams, you got to pick these motherfuckers. Of all teams, what it is.
Wow. Got another sub for Niner Gang.
Hey, Pink Kelly, I appreciate that, bro.
Dion's
I really
dope,
do, man.
Yeah,
I'm pushing the 500. Once I get to 500, I'm going to do a giveaway.
He's going to take off.
Oh, yeah.
Dion deserves it, man. I really appreciate him being here. We got to get him out of here. We had a certain time constraint. So respectfully, I'm going to ask just probably like 2 more questions, man.
Yeah, awesome.
And then I'm going to check the comments. But If we got too many comments, I'll just let you out of here and I'll
Oh,
finish
it's
it
all
up,
good, man. Comment section been popping like a motherfucker. That's dope. I love it,
straight
man.
up. Yeah,
You got a bunch of people in here. Jesus. We got we got Tony Montana. We got Jaguayo. Yeah, Jaguayo up in here. Edgard's in here. Yeah, man. He's all 49er people, man. We love when the comments get popping like that.
Yeah.
Jay Realistic. I like how you did that. That's dope. That's dope. How you did his name. That was nice. I like it.
Real quick, man. When it comes to the X factors of the game, if you could please, I would like to get your X factor in all three phases of the 49ers that you think really need to step up and be that guy.
Ray's gonna have to be that dude. First off, when we go to special teams, Ray, you gotta get it together and make sure you don't fumble. I understand you redeemed yourself after that fumble, but we don't need any mix up, hiccups, or screw ups. So Ray's got to be that guy. On defense, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the field general, Fred Warner. Be that dude, man. Lead your troops. Make sure you get everybody lined up. Make sure you have everybody fired up. Make sure they're ready. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And then on offense, I want to go with Brandon Ayuk, but I'm not. I'm gonna go with CMC. I'm gonna need a game from you, bro. I need a game.
That's a lot.
Who did we play when he did? Was it the Rams where he scored? Where he ran and caught one?
Yeah, three different ways.
The Rams?
Yep.
Yeah.
No Debo in that game.
Yeah. So I need you to have another one of those, CMC. I need you to have another one of those. I don't mind watching CMC. See, he throws a nice football too, right?
Hell yeah, he does.
Right, spiral and everything. I looked over.
Him and Debo, man.
I was like, okay, yeah, Jukes, you're gonna have to move to the back, man. If we need an emergency quarterback, we're gonna have to bring it'll never happen. We don't want it to happen, but if I had to do that, that would be it. But yeah, I would say CMC, Fred Warner, and Ray. I want Ray to be able to do what he needs to do and get there, man. Shout out to Danny Gray. Thank you for making plays on special teams. I know it's an arduous task dealing with Kyle. I know how he is about, coaching dudes up. He even told Brandon Ayuk he was never coached properly the whole time he had been playing football. Like, dude is abrasive as fuck. Only thing I didn't like was the fact that, he couldn't do that with Jimmy Garoppolo. Nothing. He can malign other people in the public, but that punk motherfucker gets a pass. I'm sorry. I'll stop. What was the next question? What do you have for yours, bro? What do you have for yours, man?
Yeah, I do want to show love to Danny Gray and Sammy Womack as well, bro. They've been really badass for
man. Womack, boy. I've been they have been. Isn't it crazy how fast they get down the field?
Man.
There.
I mean, it is, but it's not. Bro. He's a nickel corner, bro, so it makes sense.
They're down there,
oh yeah.
Just down there.
And
I'm telling you, man, the beauty of it is, so it hurts me because I want Trey Lance to play, but I love what Brock is doing. But that's why we brought Danny Gray in. Because of Trey Lance. And if you can hit that dude in stride with a good deep bomb. Now, the Eagles have Quez Watkins. We have Danny Gray. He has been active. Just saying. I know Brock doesn't have the biggest arm, but no one knows Danny Gray really.
He has enough, though, man. I think he has enough.
He has enough to get it there.
Yeah, if you can get Danny Gray,
I would tell Brock, because when you're receiver and quarterback, the timing has to be right. You have to know when your receiver's coming in or out of his breaks. All those things. It's so much stuff that goes into it.
Yeah, I think if you
running a simple go route, bro. All I need you to do, you know what I do with that? I tell him, Danny, fully padded, go. Have someone time it. And I think mentally, okay, I'm going to keep throwing bombs. I'm going to see how long it takes my bomb to get there versus how quick he will learn it, figure it out, and go to Kyle. Hey, coach, I know we don't do this, but
we should do it.
Danny's good for a few bombs. I figured it out.
Yeah.
I got the cheat code. You got it, Brock? Yeah. All right. We're going to throw at least 2 in there for you. Because I guarantee you they're gonna have Quez Watkins run some go routes. He's their fast guy. Don't get me wrong, AJ Brown ain't a fucking slouch.
They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that shit with Devontae Smith too. So
Smith is good, but he's so frail. He's skinny, but he can take a beating. He can, because he's I mean, he played at Alabama. He was gonna get hit, but I'm sorry.
You throw a 50-50 pass for Devontae Smith, man, that dude goes up and gets it. Like
that's true. That's true, because he's got it. But I'll tell you this: put a good hit on that ass, he ain't gonna want to catch him back.
And that's the thing, man. 49ers defense is physical. I think a key to getting Danny Gray would be putting Ray McLeod, another fast guy, on the opposite side of the field, catch the Eagles and cover one. That would be the perfect time. As long as if Purdy
I can like where you're headed.
Yeah, if Purdy can get Danny Gray the ball quick enough, like, you don't have to launch it when he's already way down the field. You got to get him when he's off the line so that he has time to get under it. That's what you do.
Okay.
So I would love to see it.
You see how the thought process goes? I start spitballing and then you catch it, like, boom, this is what we really need to do. Exactly. That's exactly how that works. That's awesome.
100%, bro. Yeah, man, I agree with you. I know a lot of people would say Robbie Gould on the special teams, because, you know, we might have to make a lot of field goals in this game. We'll see how that pans out. But Robbie's good as gold. So
I don't worry about him in the playoffs.
Exactly. That's why I don't worry about it. I think same thing, man. Ray McLeod, I really love the way he came back and attacked the game after he lost that fumble. So just continue to do that, man. Build off of it. Hold on to that thing like it's your baby.
Hey, man, high and tight. They teach you this shit in Pop Warner, people. High and tight. There's no reason you should be running with the ball way down here, out, and all that. Nah, man, high and tight, baby. You tuck that joint in, just like Wolfcast just said, like a baby. Hold that thing like it's for dear life. And if anybody tries to touch that baby, you run right through their ass. Or you protect that baby at all costs. That's just how it works. And yet, Big Mac, that's a good spy too. Huff would be a good spy.
Yep.
I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. Huff has enough speed to keep up with hers. That much I can agree with.
I said that earlier. He must have not been here when I said that. I said Huff, Dre, and Aziz.
Yeah. And then Jay Realistic said Robbie hasn't missed a field goal in his whole play. Yeah, he hasn't. He's never missed a field goal in the playoffs.
Whole season,
I'm worried about
I think it's 28 for 28, something like that.
Well, no, he's saying like in the playoffs. He does not. Yeah,
Robbie's
never ever misses in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it's 28 of 28 in the postseason.
Hey, look, I'm good with that.
But
if it comes down to a field goal, I'll take it.
Yeah, straight up. Okay, so we just mentioned him. My X factor for the defense, this dude has to have a good game, man. Doesn't have to be great, but he can't let things get out of hand, and make some plays if you could. That would help too. But don't let things get out of hand. You're called a safety for a reason. His name is Huff. That's my defensive X factor, bro. Okay. He has to have a good, disciplined game for the 49ers to have success on defense, man, and keep things in control. For offense, the most important position on the offense, the quarterback. I think Brock Purdy has to play completely disciplined, be 100% poised, man. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I think the Cowboys had a really good game plan defensively because Dan Quinn knows Kyle Shanahan so well. And Kyle Shanahan got a little cute with things, as he typically does. Juice and the rest of the offense kind of had to snap him back into reality. Like, hey, let's just run this shit down their throats. So I think the 49ers offensively are going to do better this week, even though it's supposed to be a better defense. I think we're going to have a better game plan, better feel for the game for this one. So Brock Purdy, X factor for the offense. If you don't have anything to say on that, I'll just get into the next one.
Oh, we all good. We all good.
All right, cool. So what's your prediction, man? Everybody wants to hear your prediction for this game. If you have a score prediction, that's cool. But what do you think?
I don't have a score prediction. I do believe that we win, but I do believe that it's
one.
I believe it's a close game, man. I don't really do score predictions, but I believe it's a close game. I don't believe this game is bigger than 7 points at a max for either team. Whoever, I think it's going to be a really, really different one. Let me channel my inner Celts Chronicles.
Uh-oh.
3 days until we know the 49ers are in the Super Bowl. Faithful, rise up.
Hey,
that's my dog, man. Celts is a good dude, bro. He really is.
He is.
Like he's a good human, and it's sometimes you find people and you never know who they are, but Celts is he's got a good soul, man.
You can feel the vibe.
Appreciate that. Like sometimes you just get a vibe off people, man. And you and I love the fact that you keep your native heritage on display at all times. I can appreciate that, bro. I really can, because a lot of people don't. And hey, man, be who you are, bro. Like you're, who you are and where you come from is a lot, bro. Like I did my own little 23andMe, man. So I done found out a bunch of shit that I didn't know. But hey, man, I just leave it alone, man. I just roll with the consensus. Everybody looks, oh, you're black. Yep, that's it. And if I really try to break that shit down, oh, you get confused. Fuck that. That's just too much work. But yeah, man, when you rep your heritage like that, man, I appreciate it. I love it, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, pretty much this y'all shit any motherfucking way. That's how I always seen it. Y'all was here before anybody else got to this motherfucker. So
I just feel like we can't all forget where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
It scares my lady, man. She don't like me having that flag behind me, because if everybody goes back and looks at the history of that flag right there, the organization behind it, they got down with the U.S. government, and they weren't having that shit, and they're the reason why we have Alcatraz Island is back in native hands now. So,
yeah, and see, that's the thing. I ain't never afraid to put shit out. I cover topics on my channel that people won't touch. You know what I'm saying? I covered I talked about the whole Menahu situation. I explained things from my own perspective. I even gave, my own situations that I've had. And like I covered when they were talking about, when it was the whole thing about the black head coaches and everything, I spoke on that too. Like, it's very simple, man. There's just things that you say and things that you do. And I speak on those things on my channel because I don't know how other people feel about things. So I don't want to disrespect anyone else's channel. But when I go on mine, oh yeah, I cover hardcore topics, bro. I don't run from them because I like people. I want people to understand that I'm definitely in tune with what's really going on. And the beauty of it is that, when you're able to open that door and have those types of those hard conversations and be able sometimes to enlighten people that don't know or aren't understanding, it's a great thing to be able to do so, because it's to put it lightly, everybody was, I joked about Jerry Jones, I made fun of his voice and everything. You know what I'm saying? I said, but here's the thing. Not too long ago, everybody was on Jerry, because he was at that rally, and they saw him in the picture with the school desegregation and everything. And Jerry comes out and says, I was there because I was curious. You weren't there because you were curious, Jerry. Jerry, you're a redneck from Arkansas, bro. Don't lie to yourself, man. It is what it is, bro. Just embrace the shit. And you know what? You were there because you were curious. I'm going to give you a straight up example of how you know that there's a little something that's off in Jerry Jones. He didn't want to pay Emmitt Smith. Doesn't make sense. Emmitt brought you all them championships. He did everything. And it took Michael Irvin going into the office after they went, I think, like 1-3, being like, bro, I would take a pay cut, give him his damn money.
Damn, that's crazy.
Paid Tony Romo pretty quickly. Didn't hesitate. When Tony wanted his money, Tony got his money. Didn't want to pay Dak too quick, did you? And then you paid Dak, and now look, you still got the same shit you got with Romo. But I say all that to say, look at the signs. Pay attention.
Yeah. See
how people move. Y'all remember the whole kneeling thing? Oh, if anyone kneels on my field, you won't play football.
Yep.
But you're at that rally because you're curious, but I'm going to get fired because I'm kneeling, and this has nothing to do with the American flag. It's all about police brutality. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There are times where people show you who they are, and you just got to accept it. You don't have to mess with them. You don't. I got family people. I have family members I don't even fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
And you just got to be smart, man. You just got to be smart. But Wolfcast, man, I appreciate you allowing me on your platform. You will be on mine. We're going to get you on there, baby. You know what I'm saying? Get you going. And if anything, we'll probably at least try to get a little post-game show going on, win or lose, because we faithful to the end. It don't make a difference to us.
Sir.
We're always that way. I've rode with us through the good, the bad, and the ugly times. Everybody looks at me and they say, well, damn, man, did you get to enjoy any Super Bowl? I got to enjoy 4 out of our 5 Super Bowls. And I got to be disappointed like everybody else with the last 2 that we went to. So I'm itching to see another one in this decade, this era of the 2000s. If we get one, man, oh, bro, you ain't gonna tell me shit, bro. I'll probably be. I'm full of Aaron Donald. I might be drunk all day.
Yeah.
Faded. I might. Hey, look, I might look and go, hey, Wolf, come on down, man. Come on down to Phoenix, bro. You know what I'm saying? Meet me at McFadden's. We have. So just in case, we have several bars, bro. We take over shit out here. We have several bars. So you go.
You're in Phoenix?
I'm in Phoenix.
Oh shit! I'm just right there then.
Yeah, we go. Okay, so we go to Varsity Tavern in Tempe, literally right by ASU Stadium. Like it's literally walking distance. So Varsity Tavern is one of the places we take over. There's a Desert West Niner Empire out here. I believe they're in Glendale. There's another one, the McFadden's over there in Westgate. We take over that motherfucker too. Like, so yeah, bro. Yeah. It's definitely like
little did I know.
Oh, we deep out here, bro. You just all you gotta do. And if you ever want to come through, man, just hit me up. I'll shoot, just tell me, hey D, I'm gonna come through, come fuck with your boy, man. Because I'm going. I'll be there on Sunday.
Depending what happens with the Super Bowl on Sunday. Depending what happens with the Super Bowl, if we're there, I'm trying to make plans to go out there. Now, I was asking my in-laws, like, hey, let's go. And they're like, man, you know how bad the hotel prices are probably gonna be?
Oh, bro, like, Super Bowls is yeah. Well, I mean, at the same time, it's like you don't need a hotel. Shit, you live here. Fuck it. Shit, just go to Super Bowl and relax.
2.5 hours, or we might try and book an Airbnb now, but it's like we don't even know if we're going until Sunday. Yeah. Hey, but man, like I said, and like how you were talking about the real shit, man. That's what I like. I'm not one for really sugarcoating, bro. And that's what I love about your opinion, your platform that you have over there, bro. So that's why I want to have you over here. I really appreciate it. Like, I have respect for that type of stuff. And so everybody, please, I thank Dion for being here with us today. Please go sub to his channel. It's right there on the screen, Niner Gang Podcast, man. And hopefully we can make this a weekly thing, man. No, we got to let you go, but I appreciate your time, bro. And had a great time, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on. Everybody continue to support Wolfcast. He's out here doing great work, man. We have 1 million Niner content creators, bro. I'm telling you, you have no shortage of guys that are doing Niner content. I think we have the most content creators out of any franchise.
Oh, my God.
Sports, literally.
Taking over YouTube too, not just
bro. And you could, literally, like you have to think about it. You can go and you can find that guy who loves the team and just rolls with everything they have. You have that guy who hates everything. You have the guys in the middle. Like, bro, our content creators are we leave nothing to the imagination. There's guys that do everything. You got a guy. I'm pretty sure there's a guy out there right now that's just like, God damn it, we're doing this. And then there's another guy going, I love what the team is doing, man. Kyle's just a genius. Stop down. Like, we have people for everything. But thank you for having me on, man. I'll let you get back to your show. I'm going to go ahead and get up in here and get some rest. Everybody out there, continue to support Wolfcast, man. He's doing great work. Shout out to everybody that came through and hung out with us, man. Nice to meet some of y'all. 5'5", Caretaker, Tony Montana, and see you. Information Man Show. You did. I'm going to check you out, Information Man Show. I like that because he said he did a show, Jerry's a liar and the truth ain't in him. Man.
Yeah, he does like a sports podcast about like stuff that goes on like socially with sports.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's got a really cool thing, man. He's got like 15,000 subs. I subbed up with him, man. It was really cool.
No, the cool thing is when you do stuff like that, people want to know. And just from his comments just in the chat right now, that tells me automatically this guy likes to keep it real. He's keeping it buck. He ain't gonna pull no punches or say nothing that he can't say. So appreciate
yeah.
you, man. I'll definitely get with you, and just hit me up on the side, man. We'll figure out something on a weekly, because the only thing I have weekly that I do right now is 49ers round check with CG Ruthless on Mondays. Yeah. We do that every Monday, 7:00 our time, and then on I'm an early bird, so I do my shows 8:30 in the morning on Saturdays. So
cool. Everybody keep an eye out for that, man. Like I said, sub them up or I'm gonna find you. Leon, I appreciate you, man. Have a great night, bro.
You too.
Later. All right, guys. Thanks for being so patient with us for the comments. I'm sorry we fell way behind. I was trying to get through some of the stuff while we could have Dion here. So thanks for your guys' patience. David McNiner says, Corey Davis is the GOAT. Let's fucking go. Niners. Hell yeah, baby. Let's get it. Brian Culp says, Corey Davis, I just checked. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Hell yeah, man. Corey Davis, got to show that guy some love, man. He's awesome. David McNiner says, let's effing go Niners. Make those Kegels fly right into a pole with a 49er flag flying. Hell yeah, man. Let's make them fly into the side of a cliff, fall down, and then an avalanche falls on them. Wow, that got really, really descriptive, really in detail, really quick, didn't it? David Villa says, Big Cock Brock wins this game. Is he the new starting quarterback, or does he have to win the Super Bowl? To make him, I just feel like he already took the job, man. It's almost like I feel like Trey Lance is like, he's got to do a come from behind win in training camp. And just, if he does get an opportunity next season, that being if Brock gets hurt sometime next season, if that happens and Trey Lance gets a chance to step up and he really shows out and is playing better than Brock, then we'll just see, man. But as of right now, I think it's Brock's job to lose, and he's just really taken the reins on it, man. He didn't let anybody give him the job. He went and took that shit. Honestly, look what he's done since he's been the starting quarterback. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Corey Davis says, hello, everyone. Let's go. Subscribe to Brian Culp and David McNiner channel. Help them grow their channel. Hey, I wonder if they started their channel already, because they haven't told me anything yet. So we got to keep an eye out. Maybe they'll throw it in the comments. 559er says, yep, Haka dance at Warrior Games halftime. In a while, that shit dope as fuck. Yeah, man. It's like, that's part of that what do you call it? Like that competitor spirit, man. Just bringing that warrior out in you. The warrior eyes, man, like the eye of the tiger, but straight warrior. That brings out your competitive nature as well, because, of course, warriors, they have to get in that mental state as well. Haka is dope as fuck, he says. Let's see. The caretaker says, who will be the MVP of the game if we win? I think it has to be Brock Purdy, man, because there's all these pieces, but the one that has to execute, that has the lowest margin for error, I think, is Brock Purdy. In my opinion, as of right now, doesn't mean I'm correct, but that's just what I think as of right now. But who knows, man? If Bosa steps up and he's the guy, if Fred Warner steps up and gets all these interceptions, Jimmy Ward, really waiting for Jimmy Ward to get his interception, man. That'd be dope. I love Jimmy Ward. I got so much love for Jimmy Ward. That dude cracks me up. He's so cool. I would love to hang out with him sometime. David Villa says, Tony Montana, que pasa, man? Oh, no. We're going to eat those eagles for breakfast. Hell yeah, we're going to crack those eggs. We're going to go up to that eagle's nest, steal those eggs, crack them open like Nacho Libre, and then dive off the cliff into the water graciously, man, majestically. Brian Culp says, Tabor Pepper is going to be dominant, as he always is, man. Tabor Pepper is really awesome. That'd be really cool to get him out there on a fake punt or something like that. Mitch Wishnowski. Corey Davis says 49ers 24-21. Hey, I like it. I like it. It's cool. I hope the 49ers could get an even wider margin. I really think the 49ers have the opportunity to go out there and dominate and put the Eagles in their place. I know, the Eagles are supposed to be a really good team. They are. They're a really good team. We're just gonna come out and say that. The 49ers are going to be going into a hostile environment. that will, the 49ers have gone, when the 49ers travel, the 49er fans show up, show out, and they take over stadiums. I don't think that's going to be the case this time around, guys. In Philadelphia, the quote unquote city of brotherly love. Now, there are 49er fans everywhere. So we'll just see how that pans out. I heard that Philadelphia is making the tickets really expensive, but that's just playoff games in general. So I'm really curious to see how that pans out. But yeah, I hope the 49ers can just show that they're the better team and come out with a wider margin of a win and really put the Eagles in their place. Because I think the Eagles, although they're a very good team, I think, young quarterback, young team, hasn't really been here before like the Niners have over and over again. Hopefully the 49ers just get that second wind and finish it out like we haven't yet. David McNiner says, let's effing go. Big Cock Brock is my quarterback. Hell yeah. I ain't got no shame in saying that, guys. I don't. I really don't care, but to each his own. Big Mac Sports, what's up, man? Glad to see you here. Says Information Man Show got great content. Hell yeah, man. I want to sub to his channel. You guys go check him out as well. Information Man Show, like it's on the screen. Appreciate you being here, man. But yeah, guys. I think we can close out the show now. I haven't given out my prediction. I think I'll wait till later in the week. Keep you guys on a cliff with that, but keep an eye out for me, guys. I will be posting the link. I'm going to be going on like I do every Friday now. Every Friday evening, I go on with 49ers First Takes. So look in the community tab. Keep an eye on your feed. I will be posting. We're going to be over there tomorrow night talking with Raj from our SF 49ers, Beto from Niner Sickness Podcast, Aaron from 49ers First Takes. And if there's any other special guests that I don't know of as of yet, we might have a surprise guest as well. But I would appreciate if you guys could tune in, show your love, and let's give it all around, man, because we're all one great big 49er community, and I love it. Got a lot of love for you guys, man. I appreciate all the support as always. You guys are the goats, man. Couldn't do it without you guys. Raphael 5629er says, great show, Niner Gang Wolfcast. Hey, bro, appreciate you as always, man. Like I just said, I can't state it enough how much I appreciate your guys' support. The Caretaker says, I'll be checking it out. Anyone who is putting out content, let me know and I'll come support. Yeah, a lot of those people, they come in and tune in. If I go and name them all, I know I'm going to forget some because there's just so many. But yeah, when they pop in, I'll always let you guys know. David Villa says, great show, Wolf. Keep it up. Hey, man, appreciate you. Everybody have a great night, man. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys. And Dion, thanks for supporting us. And we got a Eagles fan here at the buzzer, man. Appreciate you finally showing up. Shit, took you long enough. But he says, fly Eagles fly. Let's see if we can make that hashtag cry baby, cry Eagles cry baby. I think so. But yeah, guys, we'll be having a pregame show. We'll be doing all that stuff in the next coming days prior to the game. So Eagles fans, you guys show up too. Please sub my channel up. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. As always, guys, I appreciate you. Everybody have a great night. Thank you.